Hey y'all, it's Akiria, aka AK, and today I will be talking about friendships and things I've learned, part 2. I have a list. And we're going to start off with intersectionalities. It is so important to be aware of the different intersections that you and your friends hold. We love our friends, we care for our friends. We need to be there for our friends. And we need to understand intersectionality when we are in friendship. Whether it's class, race, gender, go Google it. There's so many. Oh, sexual orientation also. We need to be aware of these things because we don't want to hurt our friends. We don't want to harm them. And we want to be educated. We also don't want them to be responsible for educating us for every little thing about whatever intersection it is that they hold. Yeah, that's all I'm going to get into right now. I don't want to get too deep into story times of me. I've had a very interesting friendship trajectory as a Black woman. I've experienced some things, but we'll save that maybe for another video somewhere down the road. All right, bet. We got intersectionality off the table. Care for your friends. Learn where they stand. Okay, that's your friend. You want to love them. You don't want to hurt them, right? Okay, boom. Let's get into romantic, obsessed friends. I didn't want to call this male-centered because there's so many intersections, okay? There's so many people dating so many different people with different identities and sexual orientations. So we're just gonna call it romantic obsessed friends because I feel like this goes across the board regardless of how you identify, period. There's nothing else to say there. So what I've noticed is that when you're the friend or you're friends with someone who is romantically obsessed, that tends to what's the word for that? That can tend to be detrimental to actual friendships when you are obsessed about romance. And I'm not talking about, hey man, I need some D today. I want to get some Oh my God, I like this person. I'm looking for a partner. There's a very healthy level of sharing these desires between your friends and talking about these things and what you want for a romantic relationship. But then there's the level of all you could think about is getting with somebody else. And then when you do, you end up abandoning your friendships. You end up abandoning your friendships for the romantic obsession. The person that is just, yeah. So anyway, it's very important to kind of sit with ourselves and recognize that there is value in friendship and there's value in romantic partnership as well, or romantic relationships. I've been annoying in the past, okay? Where I'm like, oh, I'm talking about, thank God for, I am so sorry to those in the past where I was just craving somebody and that's all I could talk about. That's all I could croon about and cry about and think about was, when am I gonna get, oh my goodness. Shout out to all y'all if any of you guys ever see my videos. But it is important to hold space for your platonic friendships as well as your romantic friendships. But someone who is chasing romance tend to use friends as a placeholder until they can get that romantic relationship and then boom. And I'm not saying that romantic ship, especially when it's new, does not deserve to be prioritized in a person's life. What I am saying is that you can prioritize that and still carve out space for your friendships, period. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, boom. Romantic obsessed. Let's go ahead and cross that off the list. Friend zoning. Oh, man. My markers are cheap, y'all. Lord have mercy. Anyway, friend zoning. We need to delete the practice of friend zoning people that we are not interested in. That is what I have learned. Let's go ahead and let it go. If you are not into that person and you know that they are into you, they done shot they shot, let it go. I have done it too. I am not above any of the shit that I'm talking about right now. I've done it, but do not friend zone that person. That is something that I learned. I heard it once and I was like, and life is so much easier. But no one deserves to be treated like a backup plan. If you don't want to be with that person, let them go, because you already know that they're going to be sitting over there in the wings waiting. And the people who like to be in that position, to be waiting to pounce on that person as soon as they're feeling vulnerable or weak, or that's predatory too. It's predatory. Stop it. Get your ass, get on. Don't be the person who likes to be friend zoned so you can wait. Don't allow yourself to be friend zoned when someone has shot down your advances. Walk away. Also, don't be the person who has this person in your back pocket, in the back corner, so that you can have someone to fall back on to fulfill certain aspects of you while you're in between choosing someone else in the last relationship that you was in, or the last situationship, whatever you want to call it. Let's delete the practice of friend zoning, folks, that we know good and damn well we are not interested in. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead, straight to the point. We ain't doing none of that. So that's what I have learned. Things I have learned about friendships part 2. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that something beneficial finds you. Mwah. Goodbye, you lovely people.